ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 50 here between the Atlanta Falcons. Good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with the option. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Number 33, Dalvin Cook.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Cousins finding the rookie Jefferson for a Viking 1st down. Time this afternoon. Expect this from a visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
From the gun, here's Cousins. In the run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right.
And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. They'll be led out by their 35-year-old quarterback in his 13th season in the NFL, the former MVP Matt Ryan.
Number 21, Todd Gurley.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 10 carries, 57 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
3rd down.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's coming in, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
1st down, Atlanta.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory. 35-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28.
Todd Gurley.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Ryan's pass.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Smith. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brought down.
4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
And a Falcon first down.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Laquan Treadwell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action now. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Ryan sacked.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Throwing on second and long. Ryan will drop this underneath to Gurley.
Ryan's pass.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
First down, Atlanta.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Easy on the coverage.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota wanted him to be a much more.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the Falcons' 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Fourth down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Makes the score. Falcons.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
First and 10. At their own 25.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. That extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Gurley. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. There'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Demonte Kazin. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Ryan. A slant to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
4 yards. First down, Falcons.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They go play action now. Ryan. He can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They go play action with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a draw play for Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A good pickup there at 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. To Jefferson on the slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 12-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 25 on second down, Ryan, Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
First down, Falcons.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Anthony Barr.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before.
Younghoe Koo lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you. It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
So they'll get a little extra extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Taken in at the 22. They'll score at a 36-yard punt. And now will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Down left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw again. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
That's good.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Ball carrier.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They try again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
14.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Oliver.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Throw here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down.
On first down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones.
Ryan's pass.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, He often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And his kick here is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages.
At 17.
Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, it couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now Cousins. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On the carry, it's Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Today,
Well, going into the final play in this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to...
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm out the chain, I'm out the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. For the first time with Saquon Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Passer defense.
Don't do us like that.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now they can't bring him down. And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 1-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Down and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Return. Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run with the former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
A carry for Barber. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Barber, the ball carrier.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Washington.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And this is incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 5.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
Washington first down.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A couple of second-year guys, Haskins to McLaurin for a Washington first down. They'll try to run this one in. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Barber, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Peyton Barber, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington a point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They will run it. It's McKissick. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
J.D. McKissick, the ball carrier.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Washington.
Here's McKissick. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And a completion there by Haskins. And you think back to the 2019 draft, both Dwayne and his counterpart on the other sideline, Daniel Jones, first-round picks in that draft. Jones taken 6th, Haskins 15th, and they might be seeing a lot of each other for quite a while here in the NFC East. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run with McKissick as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball is going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL. There goes Sterling Shepard. 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not on the team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st down, Washington.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
1st down, Washington.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. 7 yards, the pickup there. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can. On play action, Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury.
James Bradbury.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. Big hold of the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying runs.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Washington 7.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Spinning away. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch.
Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with McKissick.
38-yard line.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Barber on 1st and 10. Yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
25-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Saquon Barkley.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will have a Giants first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Jones on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30, 10.
Prime time,
and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 1st and 10, Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Washington ball carrier.
Grant Haley in on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 30.
Operating from the gun. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Washington 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Washington.
They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
8 yards.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Giants on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Take off your helmet.
Picked off at the 15. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he returns this to the 22.
Corey Ballantyne on the return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Matthew Ioannidis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
Jones pass.
He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play call, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
Jones pass. Intercepted by Washington.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Washington.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Dustin Hopkins now for the Washington field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
38. Giants.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Jones over the middle, complete to Tate. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And Tate's got it. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
48-yard
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate place. Guys are making yardage out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Jones.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
Today's final score.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.
I buy like take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Decent, I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 21 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 26. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bears nothing. for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. Just a really crisp, clean effort. Well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't you feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
Oh, because he wanted the touchdowns.
He wanted the touchdowns. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one.
At the 41-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
This one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
Bridgewater's pass.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays expect those numbers to continue to grow.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bears' 31-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Bears nothing.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 24. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives are impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
For Daryl Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21-yard line.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it is now 21-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Slide to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a down, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Chicago.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. We'll call it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
At the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He's going to take off for the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater being chased out left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
There's 28. Bears nothing.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
23-yard line.
Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Steps away to it, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Roquan Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Is good. Makes the score Panthers 30.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
For Daryl Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st down, Bears.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, that he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate, and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
3rd and inches.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's across midfield.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the
20-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down, Chicago.
Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
3rd and 12.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it and hits the 39-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 31.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And they're going to have another first down as a 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. He'll find Miller. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Third down.
On third down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Well, he's going to have a lot of guys flustered on the offensive line. They may come out of their stances a little bit quicker because of the speed Yetur Gross-Matos brings off the edge. If you don't get out there, as we just saw there, the quarterback's in trouble, and he'll go down. I love Gross-Matos' first step off the line of scrimmage. He's going to get bigger and stronger, and if he keeps that quickness, he will be a force.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss?